This is the Pressure Files. I want to tell you about the dangers of smelling your own farts. If you have a little bit of success online or in business or in life and you let it go to your head and you forget actually the reality of the situation and who you are, things can go really, really bad. The other day I showed you guys an opportunity that I thought I might be having with a pretty big time podcast, but I was skeptical from the jump. I'm going to tell you guys about the red flags I saw, that I continue to see. It's a brand new scam I've never seen. It's a whale fishing attempt to find probably macro influencers, people with large followings, and try to take their accounts. First of all, I just want to get into like the obvious part. Like it's upsetting. My first phone call was to the people that raised me, that have a nonprofit, and to let them know that I'm going to be talking about them if given the opportunity. A nonprofit that helps people with special needs, people with physical and intellectual disabilities. If you guys want to know my personal motivations, outside of putting food on the table for my family, trying to help this community, is trying to help this nonprofit that completely changed my life in the most unique and beautiful way, and I'll explain that one day if y'all are interested in it. I'm upset that I'm gonna have to get on the phone and let them know that, hey, this is probably not gonna happen. They're trying to raise a substantial amount of money, and they have been for like the last 10 years. Rubber's meeting the road. A lot going on. It's a very dynamic situation. I'm not going to get into it too much, but any opportunity I have, any opportunity I get in the future, I promise that they're going to be in the forefront of me trying to help them and raise money and raise awareness about their campaign. Play was very well done. They asked me a bunch of very pointed questions that were 100% on brand with who I am as a person, and that's what made it really hard to understand. They never asked me for money. They immediately went into scheduling the podcast. It all seemed very up and professional until today when they asked to set a meeting to verify that all my technical stuff was going to work. Long story short, they wanted to get into my Facebook business account, and I think what they were going to do is try to get me to set up a profile. If I would have let them do that, then they would have full control over my Facebook, my Instagram, all of my ad spend. They probably would have been able to kick me out of the account, take over my accounts, take over my identity, spend as much as they wanted on ads to promote whatever stupid product they replaced my pages with, my business page with. Fortunately, like I said, I was grounded in reality. I knew how unlikely it would be for me to be on a podcast with some dude on Instagram that's been on The Bachelor 3 times, that has 1.3 million followers. I knew how unlikely it would be for a guy that's doing auto detailing to all of a sudden be asked to go on to a podcast to talk about family, love, and passion and relationships. I touch on some of that stuff on my channel, but it's not a huge part of what I do. The way that they framed it, it was supposed to be like a new segment that they were doing on Facebook, which kind of sounded good at the time. But you got to stay vigilant out there, because your Facebook profile and all this stuff you got going for you, if you are an influencer, it's your biggest asset and it makes you a target. It's hard out here to be vulnerable and give people access. But if it was easy, then everybody do it. And I guess that's why this